On Nate Calmese's jumper with less than 10 seconds left at the Joel. Of course, Calmese continues to be out rehabbing that injured ankle, so Akins makes another start. And the Hokies initiate with Neoklis Avdalas, who only scored 2 points in Miami on Tuesday. Tobi Lawal, just honored on Senior Days, got the first 2 for the Hokies. On January 3rd, Miles Colvin to Juke Harris. 20 a game in 5 straight, and he gets the Deeks the 3-2 lead. From the corner, it's Colvin for 3.
And boy, you know, he was so hot to start the game the other night against Clemson. That's a bad sign for Virginia Tech.
Well, he had been just 6 for 21 in his last 4 games before he went 5 for 9 on Wednesday. Made 4 out of his 6 threes, including his first 4, and there's Hammond. Spillers launches from the corner and hits.
He actually is better than 50 percentage points, 50% three-point shooter in ACC play. And again, he's another one of those guys, you just can't let him have that much time.
He doesn't take that many of them, but he's got a decent stroke. Mike Young kind of with his face in the ground after the make, and Hansberry answers inside. Bedford defended by Colvin, and the tip up and in by Hansberry. Both defenses struggling to get stops early. Schwieger inside, too strong off the glass. Lawal the rebound. Up ahead, Avdalas slams it in. Check in when we come back. This is big though. Avdalas had a couple 30-point games early this season. He's not coaching in it though. Schwieger for 3, got it.
That's 4 out of 4 from beyond the arc to start this game for Wake Forest.
Reminiscent of 2 years ago when the Deeks started 9 for 10 from deep in this building. Of course, that game did not end well for Wake Forest. They started 9 of 10. They only made 2 of their last 15 and ended up losing by double digits. And Hansberry says something to the Wake Forest bench.
That's the first miss from 3. And Mason's the guy who's been coming off the bench and making threes over this 3-game winning streak.
40 points in Wake's last 3 games. How about Avdalas dialing long distance?
And that's a great sign for Virginia Tech. You talked about Avdalas, maybe confidence affected a little bit negatively with his tough stretch. That'll get him going.
Juke barreling to the basket.
That's a really tough matchup for Shoot trying to guard Juke Harris.
As the ball pops around. Avdalas, confident attack, and he knocks down another. But the player wasn't touching the ball. Spillers to the basket.
Spillers is very good close to the basket, and he attempted a couple of 3-point shots. You know, when something happens and you don't understand it with a headset on, you just keep your mouth shut.
Right. Lawal. Oh, he banked it in.
Some guys are open from out there, and that's it. That's it.
Bedford kicks it. Hammond, you don't want to leave him open. Mason. Pass to Spillers, knocked away by Hammond. Avdalas the other way. Hammond, extra pass. Bedford, bucket. 6-0 run for Virginia Tech in the last 90 seconds. And the Hokies have their largest lead. Deacons were 10 of 22 beyond the arc against the Clemson Tigers on Wednesday. Avdalas has not been bashful. Hammond kicks it for Tobi, who fakes it, takes it, makes it, and the foul.
But I just don't think if you're Marion, you can't run out at him that way.
Appearing to hurt his ankle or lower leg in the first half. Spillers turns it over. Numbers for the Hokies. Avdalas throws it down. Remember, he got going in the first half with a jam.
And that was just a really good defensive play. And here they are battling against Harris, and he scores, but that's just what we were talking about at halftime.
January 3rd, when Neo had 7 turnovers by himself in the Avdalas in his bag right now, sets up the Hammond three.
I think earlier in the year, Avdalas takes that ball to the basket.
Harris off the catch, knocks down the three.
They can force a missed shot. Can they get the rebound?
Avdalas fires, and he banks it in at the shot clock buzzer. Back, three-pointers. Avdalas gets the bounce. Why is Neo having this game today against me? This is not the guy I've been watching on film the last month. Hansberry, three!
Wow.
At halftime against Michigan earlier this year to force overtime. Michigan team that is now #1 in the country, getting set to play Duke tonight. But that is not the seeds of a comeback right there for the Deacs here on the road. Hansberry sets up Bedford. Another one for the Hokies.
And that's really the difference in the game.
Everybody on the Wake Forest bench looks a tad demoralized, and that'll help a bit, but still a long road ahead. Wake jumped out by 5 early, but Virginia Tech seized control midway through the first half and has led ever since, and the Gerdak show continues like the knockout haymaker. Lawal will end it with a jam. Real encouraging afternoon for Neo Avdalas. One more assist for good measure. Tobi Lawal. Virginia Tech over Wake Forest, 82-63.